Hi, Lady Gang. Just in case you've been living under a rock, our brand new book, Lady Secrets, is available for pre-order. It comes out September 20th, but if you go to theladygang.com/books, you can get this amazing bonus offer if you pre-order it. You can get an exclusive clip from the audiobook, and it might be a little story about how Kelty may or may not have gotten kicked out of George Clooney's party in the south of France. And then you can also get a promo code for the Lady Gang shop for $20. So go check out theladygang.com/books to pre-order yours now.
This episode of Lady Gang is brought to you by the new Hyundai Palisade. When it comes to your journey, Hyundai is thinking of every mile. Learn more at HyundaiUSA.com.
It's time for a Quickie.
Podcast One presents The Lady Gang, the Hollywood girl posse, with Lady Gang Quickie. Here's Kelty Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Let's make this quick.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Lady Gang. I am Becca here with Jack and Kelty, and we have two guest hosts with us today.
Gals on the go. We are delighted to be joined by two of the brightest upcoming stars in podcasting today. After meeting in 2014 and attending the University of Georgia together, the two ladies became Gals on the Go. And after years of hosting their podcast, they have officially moved to New York City to continue their takeover of the world. They have a new podcast every Wednesday for you. And if these old broads, and by these I mean us, are too old for you, and you're getting dickmatized a little bit, and you need to go down to the 20-something life, check them out. Please welcome to the pod Brooke and Danielle from Girls on the Go.
Hi, thank you so much for having us. We are honored. We are very longtime fans of you guys. Seriously, I have looked up to you guys for so long, and we are just so honored to be here.
Thank you.
Seriously so crazy. I remember in college, when Brooke and I were first starting, I can hear your voices thinking about me in my college apartment cleaning it. It's just so crazy to be talking to you guys now.
Yes.
Wait, and how old are you two?
I'm 25.
And I'm 23.
Okay, so we have people that are 10 years younger than us listening to our podcast, which makes me feel very happy.
We've made
and
it.
Young. We've made it.
Oh my gosh,
what sorority were you in at Georgia?
Kappa Delta.
So was my sister at Georgia.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, at
Katie
Georgia?
Lady. Yes.
When did she graduate?
A million years ago.
In the 70s.
She could be your mom.
She's 40 now. She's 40, but she was a KD, and I remember her going through Rush, and Georgia's such a fun place.
Are you guys watching Rush Talk right now?
I'm getting little spurts of it. I haven't dove completely in, but I heard that they might be making a Netflix show about it, so they're not showing as much as they used to.
They said something about hidden microphones, but I feel like you would see them. Where's the camera crew?
Wait, at Bama they're going to do this?
Make it make sense. Yeah.
Apparently.
But that would be epic.
That's the rumor.
That is so against Panhellenic rules. So
I know.
I'm just so shocked that they would do that because they'd be so sneaky. None of that can be involved. So I'm really curious to see if only certain sororities are involved or how that works.
Back in the day, we couldn't even show the inside of the house. They would be you just spoiled everything. Are you kidding? Nothing's a surprise. Nothing's an illusion. And now they're just showing every little crevice of inside these sorority houses, dancing and being so silly. We would get in so much trouble back in our day.
No, if I did a Rush Talk, TikTok, what's in my Rush bag, they'd be no, you can't tell everyone what's in your bag. I just don't even understand it now.
Wait, but why? Because it's not that great once you get in, and they want to hide that?
No,
I feel it's just the illusion. The illusion is shattered. It's so the allure of it all and being oh, it's so mysterious. What are the Katies even up to? Who knows? Versus now it's oh, let me show you. This is what we do on a day-to-day basis. And it's a little too touchable, I guess. A little too real.
I feel if we made TikToks, we'd have to get them approved by Panhellenic first before we even post them. And now they're just full sending, dancing in front of the house. They're just going off.
Yes.
And I graduated last May, and I'm already so shook at the difference that there is a year later.
I think the social media, they've just come to terms with it versus in our day, they were no, absolutely not. That's not allowed. Yeah.
Let me ask you something else. I recently have been getting into Rush Talk. I'm so glad you're here to explain this to me. I didn't know what I was watching. I was watching a young lady, and she was in her outfit, and she was she basically started the TikTok by saying, it's not just about our outfits. And then she was you got to put in your scores and your work and all these things. And then she was but what I'm wearing today is.
Well, and the girl that had the Christian Dior skirt on, and people were looking it up. They're that is a $2,500 skirt that you're wearing. But whatever.
Is it about the outfits, or is it about your acts of service?
They like to say both. Like, and I do like, I also feel like it's like personality fit too, right? Because every house kind of has like their own flair. Like, there's the girls that are like more chill, like to do outdoorsy stuff. Like those were like the Kayos at Georgia in our day. I don't know if it's the same.
Back in my day.
I can't speak for it right now. But then there were some that we were both from out of state at Georgia. So there were some sororities that like more out of state girls just gravitated towards because that's where you kind of fit in versus like old Georgia money. Like that was, you had to find your fit.
Yeah. Like, outfits. Yeah. They definitely told us, they would literally send us lookbooks, like wear outfits like this for round 1. Oh yeah. They'd send like places to shop, Revolve, Princess Polly. Like they literally would tell us, like, I'm not even kidding. But when it actually came to rushing people, it was really based, like Brooke said, on personality. Like there's an overall vibe for each sorority. It's like, okay, like we're like the chill, but like we do like to go out. Or we're like the girls that don't really like to drink, stuff like that. And so it's kind of getting a feel for if they would vibe in your sorority.
Well, and at Georgia, because Georgia is like the Ivy League school of the South. It's like an unofficial Ivy League. It's so hard to get into Georgia now. Like it's very, very challenging. So I do think that the reason they're going to film this at Alabama is because there's going to be a little bit more diversity when it comes to intelligence.
You need for a good reality show, which you need
can't
for
make a good reality show at University of Georgia.
We need people that are off the rails.
Yes. Speaking of Revolve, you have recently done some Instagrams and a podcast of something that we've been wondering. So we do our Good Week, Bad Week segment on LadyGang. And recently, maybe in the last year, Becca's Bad Week or Good Week, Bad Week was that Revolve Around the World was back.
Oh my God, that's so
it was a bad week.
When you see Revolve Around the World, you're not invited. And everyone's on this free trip to wherever they are in their beautiful clothes. Revolve Around the World is very hard to go through when you're not revolving around the world. Now, you two got invited and went on a Revolve trip.
Somehow.
So
I don't know how.
and I need to know what happened on this trip. Was it fun? Was it just people sitting at a table editing their own photos to post? Like, what happened during Revolve Around the World?
Well, I think there's one thing to note with the Revolve Around the World is we've recently learned that there's kind of 2 different Revolve Around the World. So that was Brooke's first, and that was my second one. The first one I went on, it was literally me and Elsa Husk, Jasmine Sanders, like all like
Shay Mitchell,
excuse me. Yeah. Yes, like literally all these models and me and like 2 other YouTube gals that I knew. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was just so intense. This one we went on was actually all for girls who like use their links and stuff and are some top sellers. So we found out we were some top sellers for Revolve, which we were really excited about because we just share our links, like, hey, I'm wearing this shirt. If you guys, you guys know what links are.
Like affiliate links. Yeah.
So they were rewarding their top sellers, which I think is a different take on like what Revolve Around the World typically is. So it was like a different group of girls in a good way, I think. It was like whholesome vibes.
Yeah. People that we know kind of in the industry, like people that also we do YouTube, but then other podcasters, like it seemed more more attainable level, I guess I will say, not like the supermodels of the world who like, Revolve does like needs them. For us, I feel like it was more of like Revolve paying back the people who work so hard for them. I don't know. It felt more like a pat on the shoulder, like good work. You're doing good work.
Well, you did make them a lot of money. So
exactly.
we deserve something. Throwing you a bone.
And so, like, what are the perks of revolving around the world? Like, did they send a photographer with you? Do you get a ton of free clothes? Like, why do people like Shay Mitchell revolve around the world?
Because she gets paid a ton of money.
Okay.
Yeah, Shay gets paid, I'm assuming.
It's not just a free trip.
She's not interested in revolving anywhere except for her bank account, okay? I mean, listen, I feel her. Me too. But that's not her motivation. But other people's, the perks.
Yeah, so for us, why we were interested is one, like Brooke has been saying, like a ton of our amazing friends were on the trip. So that was one. 2, we get clothing credit for the trip, obviously. So we're decked out in Revolve. We have a plethora of clothes that we get to pick from and wear and keep, obviously. And we both wear Revolve all the time. So
shirt is Revolve.
Yeah,
literally.
Pants Revolve. And then also you get great content while you're there. You get to meet new people and just have an overall really fun time. One thing about Revolve, they throw down.
They love to drink, specifically tequila. Like you get to your seat and like they have like the shot glass waiting for you.
Not even like exaggerating.
Yes, very aggressive.
And we're not tequila shot girlies. Like we're Fireball girlies. I know, like judge us hard.
Oh,
but like,
same.
Shut up, really?
Oh
love
yeah,
this.
I mean it's the only liquor that I can drink. I'm a wine
Right?
drinker, but then like when
Yeah.
my friends and I want to get a little rowdy, it's Fireball because you can drink like
Love it.
the whole bottle and still be okay.
Very much so. And it just goes down a little easier, you know. You don't like tequila, I'm like, I'm out. You know, like one shot, I'm done for the night. Like send me home. Basically, like
But to your point, Kelty, about like are people sitting around making content? Like yes.
Yes.
Like there are definitely moments where everyone kind of like goes off. Like we had a beach day and it was actually a pretty long day. And I will say almost everyone like got their hair wet. You know, like everyone like actually got in the water. Whereas the last Revolve trip I went on,
refreshing, yeah.
I was the only one. Everyone else had their like hairs in a claw clips like above, like barely in the water, taking photos and stuff. So we actually like had some fun. But there were definitely moments.
yeah, I think everybody like recognizes that they're so appreciative to be there that they like then again like it's like the circle of giving. It's like you want to then give back to Revolve more by like then taking more content and posting it. It's like the circle of Revolve, like right. So while I guess, but everyone works really hard. I will say, like these bloggers. I mean, you guys know these bloggers work. Like they're not like just sitting home being like, here's my link, here's this. Like it's like they are selling so much because you know it's effective and because they've cultivated like an audience that actually cares.
Yes.
So yes, people. Yeah, they got their asses up and worked.
Yeah, honestly, like we have a really engaged audience, obviously, because we have a podcast and we also have our own YouTube channels. So we like don't have to work too hard in that regard. But it was so interesting, like seeing how other people do it. You know, like they wake up at 6 a.m., they go shoot photos with their boyfriend, and then they get up and we go to breakfast. They've already shot 2 outfits and they're ready. And we're like, oh my God.
They have like a bajillion TikTok sounds saved. They're filming the aesthetic clips. They
the saved sounds. I'm like, I didn't know I had to do this.
Oh my God. So based on this, I still am not interested in Revolving Around the World. Because I have enough reasons to feel bad about myself. But you know what? Thank you for this information. You're doing the Lord's work here, letting us know. One of the things that I thought was very cute about you ladies is this thing you have where it was a podcast like, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or something. And it was like, we're in our blank era.
Oh, yeah.
And I love this. And I thought it would be really fun to go around the table, the virtual table, and fill in our own blank of like, I'm in my blank era. Like what era? Like I'm in obviously my sexy mature era, which is like I am elder, but I'm hot. And I'm wearing my cute clothes and I'm trying to pull myself together, not at this moment, but at other moments. And I'm like living my Jennifer Aniston hotness where like she can still get it. She's still hot, but like she's not trying to be hot. She just naturally is like, wow, she looks amazing. She's sexy, mature. She has a 401k.
I think this alone is telling us you're trying. So
that's true.
Try less.
But she has like she has a Chanel boot and a 401k. Like that's sexy mature. She's laying in the sun, but she's got a full visor on. That's sexy mature. Like
elevated.
I'm in the sexy mature era. Jack, what era are you in?
I mean, I'm going to pull back from our conversation that we just had that I am in my Fireball era. And by that, I mean, I am the type of person that I need to be doing stuff. I need to be having fun. Like I live my life for the moments and carping the diem. So with COVID and like being home for like 2 years straight, I am kind of just like going a little crazy still and traveling and drinking and partying and working hard and playing hard. So I am in my Fireball era. I don't know when I'm going to be burnt out, but I'm still going.
She's on fire. Oh, I love it.
This girl's on fire.
Becca?
I don't have like a good name for it, but I'm just in the new mom era. So that's like, you know, not really. I'm not like, here's the thing too. New momming is not as disgusting as people on the internet are making it seem like. You know, it's like, oh, did I brush my teeth today? I don't know. I'm a mom. I'm like, I'm sorry. Things have gotten hectic, but like, yeah, I'm still brushing my teeth. Yeah, I'm still finding the time. Granted, I have like support, but I want to rebrand new motherhood. You know what I mean? It can be cute. It can be fun. It can feel like, you know, you can find yourself again. So that's where I'm at. I'm rebranding motherhood.
Wow, I love that. That's actually so true because I feel like we see that all the time on social media. They're like, "Oh, I'm a mom. Like life's over. Threw in the towel. Like you know." So this is really motivating.
I have an idea. Back up. What if you call it? I'm in my new mom era.
The new mom era.
So it's not your
new.
new mom. It's the new version of new mom.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's good.
She's in the new mom area.
It's true. On social media, it's crazy.
So much throw up. I'm
the
like,
brand-
why does anyone have a child?
Yeah. That is reality. Is there's a lot of throw up, but I mean, you know, you can get around it.
Also, adults do the same.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Fireball.
That's true.
Fireball.
Yeah.
So I was in LA last week and I borrowed Kelty's Hyundai, and I gotta tell you, I was zipping around town and I had the time of my life. And I need to talk to you about the new 2023 Hyundai Palisade. So with the Palisade's Wi-Fi hotspot capability, you can stay connected always. When it comes to your journey, Hyundai is thinking of every mile. The Palisade offers all the technology, safety features, and comfort a family needs for the journey ahead. You can stay connected with Palisade's Wi-Fi hotspot capability, like I mentioned. The class exclusive safe exit assist prevents the rear doors from opening if the vehicle detects traffic approaching from behind. There's an available third row heated power folding seats, yellow, and it comfortably fits up to 8 passengers. That's a game changer. Now that I'm a new mom, I need more space. So it's your journey. Learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Safe exit assist is not a substitute for driver or passenger attentiveness. Always be aware of your surroundings and attentive of approaching vehicles.
The Lady Gang.
Brooke and Danielle, what are your eras?
I'm in my, it's like a twofer. I'm in my Super Goop and Topo Chico era, and I cannot be stopped. You knew I was going to say this.
You got to give the plug.
I am
Hashtag
literally,
ad.
I'm not
No.
sponsored by either. I am just quite literally obsessed. Like, I love going for my hot girl walks. I've like always heard, you know, wear sunscreen every day. And I'm like, I don't really want to. And then this summer, I don't know what changed me. I've got my Super Goop glow screen on every day. I feel
it's
amazing.
beautiful.
Yes, it looks so good. And then I go for my walks. I put in my headphones and I hold my Topo Chico because I'm big into like sparkling water. And I just thrive. Like,
Do you know there's a shortage right now of Topo Chico?
Stop.
Yeah.
You cannot tell this to me
Yep.
right now, Becca.
I know.
It's made
I
in
couldn't
Austin.
find it.
Yep,
the
it's
last
made in
time.
Austin, and our shelves are empty. It's coming to an end.
Oh, in Texas, especially those ranch waters.
I was going to say,
Well, those
Danielle
ran-
might be the culprit because they are sending cases and cases that arrive at her door every week. So
so
I
you'll
think
never
that
know.
it's Danielle Carolyn's fault. yes.
They send me so much free Topo Chico, and I literally keep needing more. Like, it's not like I just drink 4 a day, which I've looked up. It's actually not a problem. Like, it still hydrates you the same way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That you looked into it.
Yeah, I looked into
I've
it.
seen
Okay, good.
conflicting things
Good,
about
you
that one.
I've also
Yeah.
seen conflicting things
serious?
about that, but I am really happy about your sunscreen usage. And if there's one thing that I could have you tell all the gals on the gal is that when you're 23, you're
Yeah.
like, sunscreen, yeah, right. I'm never going to get old. But when you're 40, all of that bad sunscreening that you didn't do in your 20s, it catches up with you. So like, of course you're beautiful now. Of course, without trying and without wearing sunscreen, but that won't last. Because
Well, we're still trying to fight off going to the fucking tanning beds
yeah,
for
we
like
were
10
the
years of our
tanning
lives.
generation.
Yeah.
And don't forget your neck, because honestly, you can do so many things to your face, but your neck gets left out of the Botox and everything. So like you glow screen all the way to your titties. Okay. Promise.
Okay,
Kelly.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I've heard arms and hands too. Like
Yeah,
your
like the
hands show
like,
aging.
put
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
extra on your hands.
Yeah. This is just the
You
rumors
can't do
I
it
hear.
all though.
Okay, now what era?
I'm in my, so I turned 25 in April, so I think I'm in my mid-20s era where, you know, they say that, like, what is it, like your frontal lobe is fully developed when you're 25 or something?
26 is when
It's
it's fully
26?
developed. Yeah, so you
Okay.
still have a year of mush.
Damn. Okay, I still have 1 year, but it feels like I'm having, like, a lot of realizations and coming to conclusions. I am drinking less, partying less. I mean, that could be partially to, like, just, you know, where my friends are at. I have a boyfriend now, like, things like that. Just, like, life is a little bit slower. But I feel like I hit that wall where for a few years ago, and then of course through college and everything, it was just like just going too crazy. Not too crazy, because I'm glad I did.
No, yeah, you definitely throwed down. I keep
Yeah.
using that word, but Brooke,
yes,
it was time, right? Like,
it's been a long time coming. No, I still like obviously go out and like have fun and whatever.
she
but
goes to EDM things at 4 a.m. Like, she
it's
still
like
does
the raves,
that.
yeah.
That's
so those,
that's being calm. Yeah.
yeah,
that's her relax.
I'll have like one of those a month now instead of like, you know, like one
Every
a week.
weekend.
Yeah.
Are you, and you don't have to answer this, you can plead the fifth, but to go out at 4 a.m. to an EDM situation, are there recreational drugs being used? Because
Obviously.
I
No,
need-
when you're young like that, you can go out. Becca, remember us in our 20s in New York City?
I was doing cocaine.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
come on.
plead the fifth.
The only
I'm
way
not
I could
always
say it that
insane.
way.
I'm not always.
I was just drinking.
Well, also, now you got to watch out for your return to Saturn, which is going to happen when you're like 28 to 30, where it's going to be another whole thing. And then maybe it'll throw you the other way again. So you guys are in a very fun part of your lives, I feel like.
Yes, we're having
it's really great, and we're here in this in the city together, and we're like just taking advantage of every opportunity, which sometimes we get a little tired sometimes, but I feel like we have to do it because we're so lucky and fortunate to do all these things, like the Revolve trip, things like that. Like we get these in our email, and we're like we obviously are so blessed to like get these opportunities. We're like, we have to go. Like
our poor boyfriends are like, okay, now she's in the DR.
Yes.
Now she's in Cape Cod. We're going to Nantucket tomorrow. They're so annoyed.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, live it up.
This is the best thing. Honestly, when one of you gets sick, you could have like elders on the go, and
or if you need chaperones.
If you need chaperones, if you need someone
LadyGang
to be
on the go
with somebody with a fully formed brain, one of us can come.
I'll
Thank you.
Okay, very last thing. I noticed in your bios, Brooke, that you are the CEO of Oversharing, and Danielle, you're the CEO of Overthinking. So how do you guys balance each other out? Because I'm a oversharer and an overthinker, and our Jack and Becca are not those things, and it is hard sometimes. So I was interested to see that you each had one of those personalities.
How do we balance them? Well,
I think I push you to share more in terms of the sharing stuff, and through the years, but we've gotten better. Once again, throwing it back even to the college days, we felt so pressured to like not be able to say things and feel restricted because of like not even just Greek life, but I feel like just like college in general. Like you're in this community where it's like you don't want to like expose your whole self on the internet when you have like, I don't know, just people around that it's not such a open thing versus
and like we both would vlog in college, and before I turned 21, like obviously we were in Athens, Georgia. There's all these bars, like we were going out at night, but I was scared I was gonna like get in trouble with the sorority or something happen. So I would like end my vlog, be like, hey guys, now I'm going to dinner with my friends, and people started to get mad, like we know what you're doing. And I finally said in a Q&A, like, okay, you guys know what I'm doing. Can we just like leave it at that? Like, can you guys just like let me be chill now? And then once I turned 21, because I was a few years behind Brooke, so she was already oversharing a little bit, but she was already out of college. I'm still in college, like trying to like, be safe here. And then finally, like Brooke really definitely pushed me to like share more. And I'm still like getting better at it. She'll be more confident, but it's fun because I feel like every time I say something crazy, I'm like, oh my God, like I said
a new piece of information unlocked. Yeah.
I love it so much. Well, listen, Gals on the Go podcast. It's available every Wednesday. Danielle and Brooke, we will tag you and tag this episode, and we're so happy for you. Congrats on all your success. Our little podcast oneers with us.
Yes.
We're like label mates, We're like
exactly.
We're so happy for you. Congratulations on everything. You're too cute for words. I feel really old right now, but I do really enjoy you both.
You're really aging yourself. You've never called guests so cute, but it's like
no, but they are. I'm cute too. Okay,
they're
anyway.
beautiful women. Okay.
Yeah. We weren't here for a long time.
We were here for a good
time. Thanks for listening. The Lady Gang is produced by Alex Ingber, Steve Delameter, and Jared Monaco. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And if you love it, share it with your friends on social media. Like, oh my God, I just listened to Lady Gang. This episode's so great. Swipe up to listen. And if you really want to, which we know you do, please follow us on social. At Kelty, at Becca, at Jack Vanek, and at The Lady Gang. Sign up for our newsletter at theladygang.com and join our secret Facebook group. It's super fun. See you next Tuesday.
Saddle up and get ready for Westerns Weeks on Pluto TV, all for free. We're coming in blazing with favorites like True Grit and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Or immerse yourself in binge-worthy series like Yellowstone and Walker, Texas Ranger. Plus, Pluto TV has hundreds of channels with thousands more movies, TV shows, and more. The best part? It's free. No credit card, no sign-up, no fees. Download the Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices and start streaming now.